I can't believe today started out with skating through darkness at 5 a.m. and now I'm in London. Filming and skating in the dark. Now there is talent for you. Look at this. Imagine skating through that with no light. And here's my favorite. I can see up ahead a little, but how am I supposed to know this happens? This goes straight off, sidewalk, into overgrowth. Finally at the bus stop. I am the first one here. Riding a skateboard in a dimly lit town at 5 o'clock in the morning is exhilarating. You have no idea what's 5 feet in front of you, and sometimes you have no idea what's 0 feet in front of you. You're hoping there's not pebbles, trash, sticks. You're hoping that there's no cracks or no dips. I definitely hit a couple of dips while I was coming in. And unless there's a car driving right behind you with its headlights on in some portions, you aren't seeing a darn thing. But you know what? It's an experience I've never had before in my life. And as crazy as it was, I kind of liked it. It is a ghost town at this airport. Very, very few people. Curious to see what the plane will look like, but maybe I'll have some seats to myself. The whole reason I'm making this trip is because of this whole coronavirus scare. And normally you should stay quarantined, but my wife is in Scotland, I'm in California. And if things start shutting down, she's going to be all alone on one continent, I'm going to be all alone on the other continent. That's not going to do anybody any good. We won't have anybody to take care of us. The thing is, though, right now everybody is shutting down borders. The European Union just shut down its border the other day, and I think the United Kingdom is next. The United States is doing crazy things like shutting down borders, and I want to say that I might be on the very last flight into the United Kingdom. Bob, the seat mate that I had, was awesome. I opened up my wet wipes and they were completely dried out because I've had them for so long. But he hooked me up with some solid Lysol wipes, so now I can decontaminate the seats I'm going to be on. He even gave me some extra because he knew I'm going all the way to Scotland. Navigating my way across the terminal.
Please do not block
jumping on this tram.
Allow people to exit.
Horrible lighting, but thanks to the tram it's now better. And we got to get over to the D terminal. So here's why I've been worried. Mine is the 7:05 London flight, and it keeps showing up between 2 other canceled flights, one of which is also to London. So the big thing is this flight going to be canceled? And then second big thing is, will I be able to get through customs in the UK? If they decide not to let me in or close the border, I'm on a 20-hour flight immediately back to the US. And as far as I'm concerned, that's a special level in hell, spending 40 hours on a plane flight. My gate is all the way over there where all those people are, and I'm all the way over here where there's no peoples because I don't want to be sitting in a group of people right now. And I don't think people really recognize this. People are still sitting as close as they would be pre-coronavirus pandemic. Now ultimately I'm going to be forced to sit on the flight with them for 9 hours, but I'll try and keep my distance while I can, when I can. They're boarding. We're good to go. We're going to London. Now just getting in once I get there is the next challenge. So right now we are sanitizing every last possible thing that I could be touching that has the coronavirus. Yeah. No. 2 spaces to the person to my right, 3 spaces to the person to my left, socially distancing ourselves, and just disinfected this seat. Doors are shut. This is my seat. This works out great. Currently south of Iceland over the Mid-Atlantic Ridge right now. And I just figured I'd stand in the bathroom for a little while to get the blood flowing to my legs. I cannot fall asleep on a plane anymore. I just need to be horizontal. And I can only afford economy, so yeah. 3 hours left to go. London, England, I have arrived. Now the last challenge is get through customs and finally get to Edinburgh. I think I snuck in just under the wire. I was worried about shutdowns with the border and not being able to get through, but fortunately just standard questions were asked, nothing about my health. I'm feeling remarkably healthy for having been on a plane for 12 hours and in airports for another 4 or 5 hours. It's amazing how just sitting down on a plane and at airports all day can drain you so much. But to be fair, I crossed so many different time zones. Okay, update time.
Incident. So it's where that's.
It turns out the state of California quarantined everybody. The governor shut things down, and so that would have been interesting. I'm worried about the UK blocking me out, but it turns out the state of California was locking everybody in. Finally about to get on my last flight of the day, the one that'll take me to Edinburgh. But the airports, I'll tell you, the later in the day, crazier it gets. I've seen 3 people wearing full, chem suits through the airport to protect themselves from coronavirus. The number of masks is increasing. Last leg of the trip right now, getting ready to get on the plane to go to Edinburgh. Plane's right there, so that's good to know it's physically here. 2 empty seats next to me, 3rd leg. Finally going to arrive in Scotland at Edinburgh. And even once I get there, it's still not over because I gotta find the bus to get another hour journey into St. Andrews, but closer every minute. Edinburgh Airport, here we are. After a long day of travel, 22 hours in airports and on planes and everything, finally, Edinburgh Airport.